Hey, what up everybody, welcome back. We have another round of incredible deals for your Nintendo Switch. Every game will be under $5 and at an all-time low. Now, if you're looking for even more budget-friendly deals, we do already have a couple of videos out for the weekend where we're covering games under $2, and I will have both of those linked down below. That way you can bounce around and get all caught up. Alright everyone, thank you as always for hanging out, and with all of that out of the way, let's dive in. Alright, and we'll start with Snake Pass, which is a unique physics-based platformer where you control a snake called Noodle, using realistic slithering mechanics to climb, wrap around objects, and solve environmental puzzles. Now, unlike traditional platformers, there's no jumping. You have to instead master the movement and momentum to navigate obstacles. The game can be tricky due to its unconventional controls, but with the charming visuals and catchy soundtrack, it's a really cool little game, and right now it's at an all-time low. Gleylancer is a classic shoot-'em-up from the Mega Drive era that returns with modern enhancements like rewind, save states, and customizable controls. Players pilot a starfighter through intense side-scrolling levels, battling waves of enemies and selecting from different weapon formations. The difficulty does ramp up pretty quickly, making it a solid pickup for shoot-'em-up fans, but the added quality of life features do help to make it more accessible to a wider range of players. Right now it is at an all-time low. Shakedown Hawaii is a humorous open-world action game that plays like a 16-bit take on Grand Theft Auto. You control a corrupt businessman expanding his empire through real estate schemes, corporate takeovers, and old-fashioned crime. The game blends fast-paced shooting, driving, and economic strategy with witty satire on modern capitalism. And while the action isn't overly difficult, missions can get pretty hectic, especially in the later stages. Either way though, this is a must play, and right now it is at an all-time low. Up next is 20XTX, which is a roguelike action platformer inspired by Mega Man X, featuring procedurally generated levels, tight controls, and fast-paced gameplay. You can choose between different characters with unique playstyles and unlock permanent upgrades for future runs. The difficulty depends on your skill level and of course your upgrades. It's more accessible than traditional Mega Man games thanks to the progression system. I highly recommend this one, and right now you can pick it up at an all-time low. Next is Guilty Gear Accent Core Plus R, which is a classic 2D fighting game known for its deep mechanics, flashy combos, and high skill ceiling. The Switch version includes rollback netcode for smooth online play and an extensive single-player mode. Now, while beginners can enjoy the stylish combat, mastering advanced techniques like Roman cancels and air dashes makes it a rewarding challenge for those who are really dedicated to the genre. Right now it is at an all-time low. AI, the Somnium Files, is a gripping, narrative-driven mystery from the creator of Zero Escape. You play as a detective investigating a series of murders using dream diving technologies to get inside the mind of different suspects. The game blends investigative gameplay, branching story paths, and puzzle solving. The difficulty mostly comes from the puzzles and making the right choices, but the story-driven nature keeps it engaging without ever becoming frustrating. Again, this one is at an all-time low. Crypt of the NecroDancer Nintendo Switch Edition is a unique dungeon crawler where every movement and attack must be performed to the beat of the music. Now you'll have to battle through procedurally generated levels, collecting loot, defeating enemies, and grooving to an incredible soundtrack. The rhythmic gameplay does add an extra layer of difficulty, requiring precise timing and quick decision making, but with multiple characters offering different playstyles, the challenge will vary a bit. Either way though, it remains one of the toughest roguelikes on Switch in my opinion, and right now it is at an all-time low. Next is LevelHead, which is a creative and highly customizable platformer where you control GR18, a delivery robot navigating handcrafted or user-created levels. With tight controls, challenging platforming, and an extensive level editor, it's a really fantastic choice for fans of Mario Maker style gameplay. Now of course the difficulty does vary depending on the levels that you pick, with some that are beginner friendly and others that demand incredible skill. On top of that, it offers co-op play as well, adding a chaotic but fun multiplayer element into the mix. Right now it is at an all-time low. Shiren the Wanderer, the Tower of Fortune, and the Dice of Fate is a classic hardcore roguelike with turn-based combat, procedurally generated dungeons, and permadeath mechanics. Now every move counts as enemies only act when you do, making strategy and planning essential. Unlike many modern roguelikes, Shiren doesn't feature permanent progression between runs, meaning that every attempt is a fresh start. The difficulty, of course, is very high with this one, with punishing dungeons that require patience and strategy, but if you are up for the challenge and a veteran of the genre, definitely check this one out. 9 Parchments is a co-op focused spellcasting action RPG where up to 4 players control mages in search of powerful different spells. The game blends twin-stick shooting with RPG mechanics, allowing players to unlock and customize magic abilities. Solo play can be tough due to the friendly fire mechanics and chaotic combat, but in co-op it becomes a fun and often hilarious experience where friendly fire becomes even more funny. The difficulty largely depends on how well players coordinate together and work as a team, but again, this is a game that I think everyone should play if you can, and right now it is at an all-time low. DARKWOOD is a top-down survival horror game that forgoes jump scares in favor of atmospheric dread and psychological terror. Players explore a procedurally generated world, scavenging for supplies and fortifying hideouts against terrifying creatures that lurk in the night. With limited resources, permadeath options, and no handholding, it is a tense and demanding experience that rewards careful planning and exploration. Now, this is a game I would put in the top tier horror games on Switch. If you haven't played, definitely check it out. Alright everyone, and here are some other deals to check out while you're already on the eShop. Alright everyone, that's going to wrap up the video. Thank you as always for hanging out. If you enjoyed yourself, remember to do all the YouTube stuff and blah blah blah. And with that, I will catch you on the next episode.